morning, everyone, and welcome to the Molly Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, home of your #1 ranked University of Tampa Spartans. Today, the Spartans welcome the #7 ranked University of Indianapolis Greyhounds. Here are today's starting lineups, beginning with the Greyhounds, who enter today's game with a record of 4-2. Defender is a sophomore from Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, #4, Mariah Whitfield. Defender is a sophomore from Oak Ridge, North Carolina, #4, Jenna Hervonen. Defender is a junior from Carmel, Indiana, #8, Hollis Ray. Defender is a sophomore from Mainville, Ohio, #11, Amanda Hurry. Midfielder is a junior from Coquitlam, British Columbia, #12, Sage De Silva. Attacker is a sophomore from Calgary, Alberta, #18, Emily Gazelle. Attacker is a freshman from Appleton, Wisconsin, #22, Megan Gert. Attacker is a junior from Bellport, New York, #44, Alexa Versace. Midfielder is a junior from Newmarket, Ontario, #45, Olivia Bladen. Midfielder is a senior from Manchester, Maryland, #51, Caroline Crouch. Attacker is a freshman from Corona, California, #77, Kendall Conrad. And in goal for the Greyhounds is a sophomore from Baldwinsville, New York, #91, Ava Grant. Head coach of the Greyhounds is Peyton Romick, assisted by Casey Core and Olivia Bukowski. And now, here are your University of Tampa Spartans. Defender is a senior from Smithtown, New York, #4, Lexi Water. Defender is a senior from Bohemia, New York, #5, Erin McLaughlin. Attacker is a junior from Towson, Maryland, #12, Peyton Howell. Defender is a junior from Worthington, Ohio, #20, Isabella Avila. Defender is a junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, #21, Grace Lichtenberger. Defender is a junior from Radnor, Pennsylvania, #23, Katie Deschamps. Defender is a grad student from Syracuse, New York, #25, Delaney Starr. Attacker is a sophomore from Havertown, Pennsylvania, #30, Isabel McGarvey. Defender is a senior from Marlton, New Jersey, #32, Grace Gilmore. Attacker is a senior from Baltimore, Maryland, #40, Sophie Risk. Midfielder is a freshman from Longmeadow, Mass, #50, Maddie Sislak. And in goal is a sophomore from Alverson, Pennsylvania, #29, Paige Borkowski. Head coach of your Spartans is Kelly Gallagher, assisted by Kaylee Gilday, Samantha Pagliacetti, and Elizabeth Gaynor. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. University of Tampa and the University of Indianapolis all promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or unduly provocative language or action toward officials, opponents, spectators, or administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. The use of artificial noisemakers and alcohol products are not permitted. Smoking is permitted along the fence areas outside the stadium.
From the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. Today, the number 1 ranked Tampa Spartans playing host to the number 7 ranked University of Indianapolis Greyhounds. I'm Bruce Wozniak here to call the action for you between 6-0 Spartans and 4-2 Greyhounds. It's been a long road for Tampa to get back home. They have been away for not only the last 3 games, but in fact, 5 of their 6 games so far this season have been on the road, and obviously they have been perfect in all 5 of those. The lone home victory came way back on February 22nd when they romped over number 3 Adelphi by a score of 20-6. For Indy, as I mentioned, they come in with a 4-2 record. They have the reverse. They have only played 1 game away, 4-1 at home, and they lost their only road contest, which was just 2 days ago at number 4 Florida Southern. Final score there was 15-12 in favor of the Mocs. So the Greyhounds trying to get back into the win column. They have lost 2 of their last 3, and we are set to go with the draw at midfield. The Spartans in all white. They're starting off going right to left. And Indy in this Florida sun in the dark uniforms going left to right. Our game temperature is 70 degrees, and it will be up to 75 forecast high by the time this game finishes at approximately 1 p.m. Spartans with the opening possession. Driving inside, shot, and score! I don't know why the clock continues to run, but it went in the net 15 seconds into the game. And it's that quickly that the Spartans beat goaltender Ava Graham. Peyton Howell with the goal. It's unassisted, and that is goal number 25 on the season for Howell. And I mentioned Ava Graham, the start in the Indy net. For the Spartans, it's Paige Borkowski at the other end of the field. And it looks like they're going to officially say that that was 16 seconds into the game. As you see, the Spartans control the next draw, and now there's a whistle by the official on the far side of the field. As you see, personnel changes being made by the Greyhounds. We do have a 1-minute green card being called against Indy.
Indianapolis is number 12. Sage DeSilva is a 1-minute penalty.
Sage DeSilva is who was called for the visitors as the Spartans work the ball to the far side of the field. Up top now. And quickly down in the corner, it's in behind the Greyhounds net. To the far side. And a pass up top once again. On this side of the field, that's Christina Sato as the ball is on the ground and picked up by the Greyhounds. As Grace Lichtenberger tried to apply pressure for the Spartans. And the Greyhounds will start back the other way with 18 seconds remaining in that call against them. And a couple of players get tangled up, as you saw there. And we are going to get
A yellow card issued to Tampa's number
yellow
5,
card.
Aaron McLaughlin. A 2-minute penalty for cross-check.
2-minute cross-check penalty to Aaron McLaughlin of the Spartans. So the tide turns as there's only 11 seconds remaining in the call against the Greyhounds. And so assuming they don't score within those 11 seconds, they will have the extra player for 149 to work with and try to tie this game up. And they are in the Spartans' end of the field for the first time in this game. 1.5 minutes into the game. And quick ball movement here by the Greyhounds. Down low and in front. Nice defense by the Spartans. Not able to cause a turnover though as play continues. A pass in front and knocked down. But Indy picks that one up. Moving inside, getting the shot away was Ella Fornick. But you saw it go out of play behind the net. Quickly on the restart to this side of the field now. Michelin over to the far side. Looking for some room again is Fornick, and Borkowski appeared to have gotten a piece of that one. One minute remaining on the call against Aaron McLaughlin. Down on the crease, and it looked like at the last minute Grace Gilmore got a stick up, which caused the shot to go wide and out of play. And the Greyhounds restart again. Behind the net goes Megan Garrett. Good ball movement here by Indy. Opportunity in front, they score. And that is Megan Garrett. And they tie it up 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. And that will be goal number 7 on the season for her.
Greyhounds goal scored by number 22, Megan Garrett. The assist to number 45, Olivia Bladen.
Olivia Bladen picks up the assist. Bladen, one of a handful of Canadians on the Greyhounds roster. She is from Newmarket, Ontario. They have 3 others that are all from Western Canada, out in British Columbia. A lacrosse hotbed at that. And now on the ensuing draw, the ball is out. And initially looked like it was going to be pulled down by the Spartans. But away go the Greyhounds back the other way. To the corner. Bobbled. And now they'll restart up top. And Simini sent it over to the far side and gets it right back. El Simini looking for some room to work. 2 defenders on her. A nice switch defensively by the Spartans. Ball is down. And still not controlled by either team. And trying to work her way in there was Peyton Howell for the Spartans. But Indy still in possession. Top it goes. Michelin sends it over to Simini. Back to Michelin again. And you saw Gazal go down to the field, and now in the restart, she gives it up to the corner. It goes. Michelin tries to shake off her check. And the shot clock is going to run out. There were still 4 seconds left. I don't know why she didn't at least make an attempt towards the net. Either way, the Spartans cross midfield and go back the other way. Cross the Greyhounds line. Nice burst of speed, and pass goes in behind the net. And that's Sophie Risk back there. And the Spartans will work it to the far side of the field, quickly to the corner now. And behind the net, that was Van Vladriken. And up top it goes. And a nice opportunity down the lane, scores! Peyton Howell, a great effort, and beating Ava Graham as the Spartans regain the lead on Howell's second goal of the game.
Number 12, Peyton Howell.
So make that 26 on the season now for Howell. As they say, the goal was unassisted. I think I would have been generous and given an assist on that one, but I'm not asking my opinion. Mary Kate Person to take the draw for the Spartans. And trying to see the number of the Greyhounds player that will oppose her. Ball is out. And that was Milena Michelin that took the draw for U Indy. Spartans with it. Behind the net. And to this side of the field it comes to Person. Mary Kate Person puts her shoulder down, nothing there, and gives up a pass. And now Howell sends it over to the far side of the field. Quickly they move it in behind the Greyhounds net. Pulled down and heavy traffic in the slot. Now quickly over to McKelsey Montgomery. And the Greyhounds come out of the pack with it. And away they go. On the run is Bladen. And Peyton Howell comes back to check her. Olivia Bladen looking for an open teammate. Finally has one in the person of Megan Gert. And now Bladen sells it down as Crouch sends it over to the far side of the field. In behind the Spartans net. To this side. And a shot taken by Sage De Silva that a Spartan defender got a piece of, and as a result didn't get through to Borkowski at the Spartans net. And we'll have a whistle there. Call against the Spartans. And a free position attempt. No shot taken, however, as it's moved quickly and knocked down. Grace Gilmore absorbed a check to the back and turned around to look at the offending party for the Greyhounds as her teammates carry on the other way. As Avila sends a pass over. To the far corner it goes. Lichtenberger, pass up top. Sophie Risk looking for room, gets it inside, and heavy defense by the Greyhounds. No shot opportunity, so they reset up top. Quickly to the corner now. Lichtenberger up top. And nothing in the slot. And so the pass goes to the corner. And they retry up again at the top with Lichtenberger. Now over to Van Vladriken. Van Vladriken will take it all the way in behind the Greyhounds net to the far side of the field. 11 on the shot clock. And the Spartans need to get something on the net here as it's down to 5 seconds. And the shot clock is going to expire. And this Greyhounds team, they don't stand still offensively or defensively, and really requiring the Spartans to keep up with them, as we've seen a lot of ball movement by them offensively, and there with some good pressure defensively, it just didn't allow the Spartans a good look at the net, as we're down to 5:55 remaining in the first. Bladen holds it. Bladen is checked. Gives it up for De Silva. To the corner it goes. Back up top to De Silva again. De Silva, nice slide over the help. They score despite Grace Lichtenberger sliding over to pick her up. The Greyhounds
Indianapolis goal scored by number 12, Sage De Silva.
tie it up on a goal by Sage De Silva. And for De Silva, that is goal number 12 on the season. As these heavyweights feel each other out here in the first almost 10 minutes of the game. And back and forth. It was 1-0 Spartans, then 1-1, then 2-1 Spartans, and now 2-2. And so the draw now at midfield, following that goal by Indy. And the official awards possession to Indy. And up top with it, that's Simony. Pass over to the far side, now quickly to the corner. In behind the Spartans net it goes. This is Michelin, a pass in the middle, missed. And one player from each team chases it down. The Greyhounds get there first. And here's Michelin again, bumped. Gets by Lexi Waters. And the Spartans come out of the pack with it. On the run with it is Grace Gilmore. And hold on, a whistle that stops play. And this comes with 4:27 remaining in the first quarter. It's going to be against Indy.
A yellow card issued to the Greyhounds number 29, Ellie Simini. A 2-minute penalty.
2 minutes against Simony. An opportunity for the Spartans with the extra player to restore their 1-goal lead. That's Lichtenberger. Pass connects with McGarvey. In behind the Greyhounds net now, quickly to the far side. And up top, Lichtenberger again. And no shot there. Pass is made and a whistle. Going to get a call against the Greyhounds. That will result in a free position attempt for Peyton Howell, who has both of the Spartans' goals. Howell shoots, scores!
A Spartan goal. Her third of the game, scored on a free position attempt by number 12, Peyton Howell.
So it's Peyton Howell 3 and Indy 2. And the Spartans capitalize with the extra player. And exactly 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. And now we get the draw at midfield. And the Spartans will hope to break the pattern of the Greyhounds answering back each time they've scored. That was Mary Kate Person, who not only took but controlled the draw. And this is still her with the ball. And finally gives it up for McGarvey. Isabel McGarvey goes in behind the Greyhounds net and out the other side. Person calling for it up top, gets it. Over to this side now as Montgomery pushes it to the corner. To the other side of the field it goes. And Sophie Risk looking for a shot, nothing there. Person pulls the trigger, scores! Mary Kate Person, and the Spartans have a 2-goal lead 42 seconds after the Peyton Howell goal. And that is assisted by Sophie Risk. And for Mary Kate Person, just her second goal of the season. She has played in 4 of the Spartans' 6 games so far, and an important goal by her in this one. As we get ready now for her to take this draw. The draw controls are 4-2 in favor of the Spartans to this point. And worth noting that the Spartans have 4 shots on goal, which means that they've all gone in the net. At the other end of the field, Paige Borkowski is credited with 1 save thus far, the Spartans goaltender. As Indy goes to work now on offense in behind the Spartans net to the far side. And that's Bladen. Olivia Bladen sends a pass down low, and now over to Megan Garrett. And now to Silva. Going one-on-one against Lexi Waters. And there's a pass, but heavy traffic. It's kicked out a loose ball. Lexi Waters looked like she was going to get there first, and somehow the Greyhounds come up with it. That was Gazal who ultimately had it. And now up top is Bladen. Plenty of time, 30 seconds on the shot clock for the Greyhounds. And the official didn't like that from Grace Gilmore. And one official on the far side of the field talking to the scores table and now being joined by another one of the on-field officials. This all coming with 1:58. Well, now they reset it to 2:04. And the shot clock had gotten reset too. They have adjusted that. It is at 22 seconds. Well, now they made it 23 on the shot clock. 2:04 to go in the first quarter. On the restart, the Greyhounds push it down low. Pass in the middle, Bladen switches hands and scores. And a nice goal by Olivia Bladen and draws her team back within 1 with 1:57 to go here in the opening quarter.
Greyhounds goal scorer number 45, Olivia Bladen. Her goal is unassisted.
Goal is unassisted, and Bladen with her team leading 19th goal of the season. And Mary-Kate Person out there for this draw against Milena Michelin. Ball is out, and Lexi Waters comes up with it for the Spartans. And a whistle that's going to stop the clock with 1:50 in this first quarter, and we're going to have a call against Olivia Blade.
Issue to Indy's number 45,
2
Olivia
minutes
Blade.
for slashing.
2 minutes for slashing.
And so Isabel McGarvey will put it into play for the Spartans. She sends it to Person, who pushes it to the corner. And behind the net it goes. Van Vladriken to the far side. This is Person. And Mary-Kate Person ran into traffic. Has to give it up instead to Montgomery. And now Howell sends it down low. An opportunity in front, and a save made by Graham as the ball rolls to the end line. And the official back there on the spot to call possession for the Spartans. 75 seconds left in the first quarter. There's an errant pass, and the Spartans will turn it over. And there is more time on the penalty than there is in the first quarter. So if the Spartans don't score, there's approximately 10 seconds of the second quarter that they will start with the extra player. Penalty that was called against Olivia Bladen of the Greyhounds. Now here's an opportunity for Crouch. Ella Fornick looking for some room to work. Now Versace. Nice pass inside. Even better defensive play as the takeaway by the Spartans. 10 seconds left in the quarter. And Sia Markowski. The Spartans are going to run out of time, but a great play by her. As the horn goes to end the first quarter, the Spartans clinging to a 1-goal lead. We will be back with the second quarter of play right after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
Go to utgatday.com on your mobile device to view the team.
back at the Indianapolis Athletic and Intramural Complex on Bruce Wozniak and the Spartans leading 4-3 over the visiting University of Indianapolis Greyhounds, the number 1 Tampa Spartans, and the number 7 Greyhounds. Shots on goal in that opening quarter were 5-4 in favor of the Spartans. And that means that each goaltender credited with 1 save thus far. Draw controls were 5-3 in favor of the Spartans. Glad you could spend your Thursday morning with us. A beautiful 70-degree day here in West Central Florida as the Spartans are trying to stay perfect. The first part of the 2025 season, trying to defend the national championship that they won last year. Something that the Greyhounds know something about, as they themselves are 2022 champs. Seems, of course, have changed ends. Spartans now going left to right. Keep in mind there are still 10 seconds left on that penalty that had been called against Olivia Bladen. And play resumes. Peyton Howell on the run. Tries to get around a couple defenders. They knock it free from her stick. And the penalty expires. Back to full strength are the Greyhounds. There's a loose ball that's picked up by Indy. And back the other way goes Fornick. And from behind, are the Spartans able to cause a turnover? Ball is still loose. No, picked up by the Greyhounds. And up top they go to Gazal. Over to this side now to Michelin. And a return pass as it's up top now. Nice little move, and inside a save by Borkowski on the shot by Caroline Crouch. And a whistle stop play as they put it back in from the far side. And now Fornick trying to go one-on-one. Fornick was being watched closely there by Lichtenberger. To the far side of the field they go with it. And the defender falls down and the Greyhounds score. And 1:24 into the second quarter, we have a tie game.
Greyhounds goal scored by number 33, Milena Michelin. Her goal was unassisted.
Milena Michelin gets the goal. And for head coach Peyton Romig, nice to see 4 different goal scorers thus far as the Spartans have to decide who to watch out for coming into the game. You would have thought that it would be Bladen, as she came in with a team leading 18 goals. And as I mentioned, 4 different Greyhounds have found the back of the net, as opposed to the Spartans, who have gotten 3 of their 4 goals from Peyton Howell. And now the draw at midfield. And the official still not ready, still not satisfied. Now she is, backs out. Ball comes out. Spartans with it. And that was Maddie Sisluk that time, taking the draw for the Spartans. Howell sends it into the corner. Behind the Greyhounds net it goes. And that's Sisluk with it now. To this side, Sophie Risk. Risk looking for some room, turns the corner, long shot, scores! Sophie Risk loves those shots from far out. And that one beats Ava Graham low, and the Spartans' lead is restored. As Sophie Risk picks up her 24th goal of the season. Such a dangerous shot that Risk has from what in the women's game I would call long distance. And controlled there by Bladen as away go the Greyhounds. Turning the corner, Michelin, and gives up a pass as they send it over to the far side of the field on almost the goal line extended. Gazal looked at Michelin, gave it the other way, but now they do find it on this side of the field. Although up top, turns Versace, quick little pass, and 3 Spartan defenders there to shut down anything that Gazal was going to try. Nifty footwork there, shot scores. Caroline Crouch, and trading goals now as yet another Greyhounds player gets in the goal column for UIndy in tying it up. Excuse me, in tying it at 5 with still 12:17 to go in the second quarter. And for Crouch, that is goal number 5 on the season. Fittingly, with it being 5-5. The draw at midfield. And a different official administering that one. And that was Person and Bladen. As the ball is still loose and now controlled by the Greyhounds. Pressure applied by Markowski for the Spartans, but they do connect to the Greyhounds as they get set now back to work on offense. Simony to this side of the field. Versace sent it into the corner, changing hands. Conrad. And nothing inside. And I see Katie Deschênes working awfully hard down there, and the Spartans, as a result, end up with the ball. And Deschênes runs off the field. And in the meantime, Grace Gilmore working the near side. Gilmore being bumped, gets a pass away. Intended for Risk, bounced up in the air. Or excuse me, that was 44 Van Vladriken and not 40 Risk. Either way, it's UIndy starting back. And that is Sophie Risk applying pressure. And the Greyhounds have to retreat. Now they get it up to midfield. All the way down behind the Spartans net, Kendall Conrad. And to the other side of the field, now they move it to De Silva. And nothing doing for Simony. And now they score. And Indy has their first lead of the game. It is 6-5, 4:46 into the second quarter.
Indianapolis goal was scored by number 18, Emily Gazette. The assist from number 45, Olivia Blake.
Emily Gazelle gets the goal, and at the risk of sounding like a broken record, the sixth different player to get into the goal column for Indy thus far. I'm looking over on the Spartans sideline. It looks like they might be warming up another goaltender. And indeed, that is the case, as Savi Barbosa is being warmed up. The Spartan sideline extended. Borkowski has allowed 6 goals and made 2 saves, as we're going to have a call here against the Spartans.
A green card issued to the Spartans, number 26, Mary Kate Person. That is a 1-minute penalty.
Mary Kate Person, a green card, 1 minute. And here comes Indy once again. This is Hollis Rang, had it knocked free from her stick, and Duchan not able to get to it as the Greyhounds continue with a full shot clock, of course. Up top to Bladen, and quickly returned from Fornick. Bladen to the other side now. Bladen faked the pass. Lexi Waters stays with her. In the middle it comes, knocked down, and Grace Gilmore comes out of the pack with it. And Grace Gilmore looking for room, crosses midfield. Grace Gilmore working hard, pushed from behind. And the official right away pulls out the yellow card, pointing at Milena Michelin, and a big hand from the Spartans fans, as there were only 5 seconds left in the call against Mary Kate Person. So the pendulum swings in favor of the home team now. So a yellow card issued to Michelin, 2 minutes against her.
It's a 2-minute penalty.
Risk gives it to Sislik, and the Spartans push it in the corner. Behind the net it goes. And this is Peyton Howell. Pass across. Sislik for Howell. Surveys the defense, puts her shoulder down, cuts inside, and a shot that goes out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans. Still 90 seconds remaining in the call against Michelin. Spartans working with the extra player. Lichtenberger gave it to Sislik. And now in the corner, quickly send it behind the net. Up top once again, Howell with it. Howell looking for an open teammate. Lobs it inside, nobody there. And taken by the Greyhounds near the back line, and pressure being applied. And Graham, the goaltender, will try to start it up. Fires it over here to Amanda Hurry. Being chased by Sophie Risk, who knocks it free. And the Greyhounds able to maintain possession as it's up now with Bladen. 30 seconds to go on the call against Milena Michelin. And initially, Bladen in no hurry, wondering if she is working that penalty clock down. Being watched loosely by Lichtenberger. 10 seconds left in the Michelin call. And the Greyhounds are going to be successful in killing off that 2-minute call against Milena Michelin. And now at full strength, 20 seconds on the shot clock. In front, they score! Olivia Bladen
Indianapolis goal scorer number 45,
gets her
Olivia Bladen.
second goal of the game.
The assist to number 12, Sage DeSilva.
She also has 2 assists. So Bladen, who I had mentioned, came into this game as the Greyhounds' leading goal scorer and point getter. Her season totals are now up to 20 goals and 5 assists. Game number 7 of the season for both teams. And it's a 7-5 lead for the visitors. And the Spartans are in fact changing goaltenders as Savvy Barbosa has replaced Paige Borkowski. Borkowski gave up 7 goals and made just 2 saves. In just under 23 minutes of play. So Kelly Gallagher had seen enough. Spartans head coach. There's one that's knocked loose, picked up by Lexi Waters for the Spartans. And ahead goes Mary Kate Person with some speed and runs out of room in terms of a shooting lane and goes in behind the net. To the far side of the field, and a whistle stopping play. This with 6:39 remaining in the second quarter. One minute offsides being called against Ella Fornick.
1 minute for offside.
So the Spartans with a little bit of work to do here, trailing by 2. And that's Lichtenberger. Here's Peyton Howell. The pass. She gets it back. Howell fires it down low. Quick pass by McGarvey behind the net. Howell puts her shoulder down, cuts inside, and the save made by Graham. There was all kinds of defenders around Peyton Howell. And you see Ava Graham slowly walking it up. And now a pass up ahead that misses and picked up by Bladen. 10 seconds left in the call against Fornick. And now they send it backwards. And looking for some room was Campos. Another stoppage with 5:38 remaining and a call being made against the Spartans now. Dangerous contact, 2 minutes against
Tampa
Peyton
Mounties
Howell.
number 12, Peyton Howell. 2 minutes for dangerous contact.
And they did not need that. Well, with trailing 7-5. And there's a turnover, however. And Katie Deshan off to the races. To the near sideline she comes and is tripped. And Deshan, her teammate Sophie Risk over there to check on her. And gets up slowly and gets a nice hand from the Spartans fans. And Risk will put it back into play as Deshan is going to head off the field. Keep in mind, Peyton Howell, 90 seconds still in the call against her over in the penalty area on the opposite side of the field from where I am. Risk looked like she wanted to shoot, gives up the pass. 54 seconds still on the shot clock, so they can kill a lot of this call against Howell if they choose to do so. 4:41 to go in the second quarter. Pass in front and unable to get the shot away. Nice job to still control it, although it's going to roll out of bounds, and that will be turned over. And here come the Greyhounds. Bladen on the run. Gives it up for Fornek, and right back to Bladen. To the corner they go. Remember, the Spartans have changed goaltenders. This is now Savvy Barbosa that's in there. And in behind her net it goes. Out in front, and that one was high and out of play. Stays with you, Indy. Quickly on the restart. And the Spartans are back at full strength as the call against Peyton Howell has expired. Clock stopped right now with 3:27 remaining. And you see a free position attempt coming up here for the Greyhounds. And if Barbosa wasn't in the game mentally, this will get her in it quickly. And she makes the save. The rebound is loose in the goal crease. And Barbosa finally able to cover it up. And a big shot in the arm for the Spartans there as they start out of their own end. On the run is Isabella Avila. Still with it. And Avila splits the defense. A nice pass in front. Risk scores! Sophie Risk on a great individual effort started by Isabella Avila, and the Spartans cut it to 7-6 in favor of the Greyhounds as Sophie Risk finds the back of the net for the second time in this game. And that is a textbook lacrosse goal. A great pass, a great finish. And now there's some discussion, and the goal has not gone up on the scoreboard yet, so let's see what the official is going to say. And going over to the scorers table on the far side of the field. Both teams having their own private little conferences in a couple different locations on the field, as the official on the far side now talking to Spartans head coach Kelly Gallagher. And unfortunately, I get a sense that the goal is not going to stand. We are, in the meantime,
A yellow card is issued
getting
to
a
number 29, Ellie Simini.
1 minute
1 minute
offsides
offside.
call against U Indy's El Simini. So the Spartans will keep possession, but the goal does not count. And here is risk as play resumes. And unfortunate after terrific play by both Avila and Risk. Here's Peyton Howell with it now. Howell takes a long shot. Graham with the elbow save. And now it's returned to her by Rang as the clock winds down. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here's Bladen. This is Versace with it now in the near side and looking to return it to Bladen, and instead fires it up top to Crouch. Caroline Crouch, as there's 5 seconds left in the call against her teammate Simini. And that has now expired. And the ball is going to go out of bounds, and it will be turned over as Isabella Avila will put it into play for the Spartans. She crosses midfield, tries to get through 2 Greyhounds players, carries on. 90 seconds to go in the second quarter. Avila looks for an open teammate and finds one with Isabel McGarvey. Down low it goes to Howell. To the far side of the field, and now up top, that's Sisluk. Try to cut inside. Risk, a nice little spin move. Sophie Risk scores! And now she gets a goal that will count. And with 64 seconds left in the first half, the Spartans cut it to 7-6 in favor of the visitors. Unassisted, Sophie Risk, her second goal of the game, and number 25 on the season. Sophie Risk also has an assist in this game, so 3 points for her so far in the first half. And we're going to see Olivia Bladen out there for U Indy on this draw. And she was opposed by Lexi Waters. And the Greyhounds with possession. 55 seconds to go in the first half. A little spin move. And the feet got tangled up. And the official pulls out the yellow card. And let's see which Spartans player is going to head to the penalty area. It looks like it's going to be Isabella Avila.
Issued to Tampa's number 20, Isabella Avila, a 2-minute penalty.
It's the 2-minute call. So just when the Spartans had gotten back within 1, the door opens now for the Greyhounds. In behind the Spartans' net. And now to the far side, and it's returned down low once again. That's Crouch for Fornick. Up top is Bladen. Fornick again. And the game clock winding down as Katie Duchenne seemed like she was going to cause a turnover. Nice save there by Barbosa. 10 seconds left in the half. And the Greyhounds will need to quickly get a shot away here if they're going to try to score before the half ends, and they will be unsuccessful as the horn goes to end the first half of play. So it's living up to what you would expect between a number 1 team and a number 7 team, as the visitors find themselves in a 1-goal lead as we head into halftime. And we will take that break and be back with the second half here on TampaSpartans.tv. And for the visitors, Olivia Bladen has 2 goals and 2 assists. As we are set to resume play now with the start of the third quarter, there is still 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining on the call against Isabella Avila of the Spartans. As you see the Greyhounds in possession here with the ball in behind the Spartans' net. Grace Gilmore giving chase defensively. And now a pass out in front, shot coming, and a great save by Barbosa, who saw that one the whole way. A really good look at the net in terms of getting the shot off. That was Ella Fornek. And so the Spartans with a pass up ahead, and it's loose and now picked up by Risk. Sends it in front, backhand shot, and Graham got a piece of that one. And now Graham covers it up in her crease. And down to 15 seconds now in the call against Avila. And a beautiful sunny Thursday morning. And technically now into the afternoon as we are a little past 12 p.m. Eastern time. And a free position attempt here. And holding on and shooting and scoring is Milena Michelin. And outlasted Savvy Barbosa.
Free position attempt by number 33, Milena Michelin.
And that is her second goal of the game. And the 2-goal lead is restored for the Greyhounds, as Michelin picks up goal number 5 on the season. And let's see if Sarah Engel plays in the second half for the Spartans. She is their leading point getter and goal scorer, for that matter, in 2025. And I did see her in uniform on the sidelines when the game started, but she was not among the starters and did not play in that first half. Spartans with the ball right now. That's Lexi Waters. And this is Maddie Sislick. Up top it goes. That was Alexis Abe that sent the pass over as it's down low, and a flag pulled out by the official on the far side. And this is going to be Isabel McGarvey with the free position attempt against goaltender Ava Graham. McGarvey shoots and Graham stops that one. And now outlets to Michelin on the run. Milena Michelin crosses midfield, a good burst of speed over the Tampa line. Pass in the middle, and nice defense there. Waiting to time that was Isabella Avila. And the turnover, as you hear the fans cheering in the background, as an important possession by the Spartans. This 2-goal deficit, second time in this game that they've trailed by this much. Have not trailed by more than that, though. Lexi Waters loses it, picks it back up. The Spartans, it should go without saying, trying to cut it back to 1. There's a pass in front, shot, and it goes wide and out of play. Maddie Sislick quickly on the restart. Ball is loose. And a stick that got up And the official there awarding possession to the Greyhounds. Ava Graham taking her time, the Indy goaltender, and now sees an open teammate and turned over. Pass did not connect. Here comes the Spartans the other way. Howell looking for an open teammate. Sends it down in behind the net. That's Risk back there. Fake move, scores! Sophie Risk faked Ava Graham, who bit on it. And then Risk puts it in behind her for her third goal of the game. And it's 8-7. That is unassisted. And Sophie Risk now at 26 goals on the season. And so she and Peyton Howell have combined for all but one of the Spartans' goals. And we'll see Mary Kate Person out there on this draw for the Spartans. And for the Greyhounds, it looked like that was Olivia Bladen. As you see the Spartans in possession, as quickly down comes McGarvey behind the Greyhounds net. McGarvey, this is Howell now. Over for Person, sees a little bit of an opening, lobs it inside. And now they send it back out. Howell goes down. And the official there on the spot, and a sigh of relief from the Spartans faithful as Peyton Howell went down at a weird angle and appears to be okay. And does not have the best angle here. Let's see what she does. And breaks in, gets in front of the defender, outlasts, and scores. And Peyton Howell has tied it up at 8, 4 minutes and 8 seconds into the third quarter with her fourth goal of the game. And 28th of the season. And Olivia Bladen out there to oppose Mary Kate Person for this draw, as the Spartans have tied it up after having fallen behind 8-6. Ball is out. And now it's going to be picked up by Lexi Waters. And a little flip pass for Howell. Now it comes over to Person. And this is Sia Markowski. Over to the far corner. And they work it down in behind the Greyhounds net. A little flip pass. And no Spartans in front of the net. And now Markowski flashes in there. Vacates. A long shot by Sophie Risk, scores. And she and Peyton Howell are doing all the heavy lifting as Risk gets her fourth goal of the game. And the Spartans, who had trailed by 2, now lead by 1 at 9-8. And for Sophie, that is goal number 27 on the season. And an amazing display by she and her teammate And that comes 4:54 into the third quarter. And now on the draw, they do call a face-off violation against Person. And she goes off the field. And out comes Alexis Abe to replace her. The Greyhounds working offensively in the meantime. Get a shot away, and it goes wide and out of play underneath the scoreboard. Quickly on the restart. Savino pushes it to the corner. And a shot taken by De Silva, deflected wide out of play. Possession still with Indy. And they're telling Kendall Conrad to back up, and now she puts it back in. Conrad being watched by Deshan. Flips the pass for Bladen, and a whistle stops play. A free position attempt coming up here for Indy. And as quickly as they started, as quick as they stopped with another whistle. And so they'll do it all over again. And unofficially, it might be Olivia Bladen who's taking the shot. Either way, it goes wide and it's turned over. And now Barbosa, the goaltender, fires it up ahead to Avila. Isabella Avila looking for some room to work, crosses midfield, gets around another Greyhounds player, crosses the Indy line. Over now for McGarvey. McGarvey looking for an open teammate. And there's a pass that connects, and going down was Lichtenberger. And the official right there to blow the whistle and stop play. And Grace Lichtenberger is going to have a pre-position attempt here against Ava Graham. Lichtenberger shoots and it goes wide and out of play. And the official back there sorting it out and is going to give possession to Indy. Spartans thought as though they were going to retain possession. And now it's turned over. And an opportunity for the home team after all. Dropped and picked up by the Greyhounds. And Michelin crosses midfield. Across the Tampa line. And Milena Michelin waits. Now sends it up top. Crouch. They work it to the far side of the field. And back it comes to Simony. Elle Simony being watched there by Aaron McLaughlin. And now after a personnel change, this is Fornek. Over for Gazal, and to the corner it goes. Trying to go one-on-one against Lexi Waters is De Silva. Nothing there, has to go behind the net. And the Spartans defense closes the door Kendall Conrad was trying to enter to the right of Savvy Barbosa. So now to this side of the field it comes. 20 seconds on the shot clock. And the stick that got up high. And it's actually going to be a call against the Spartans. That's going to put them down a player. And unfortunate, as there was only 16 seconds left on the shot clock, they were on the verge of getting the ball back by way of a shot clock violation, but instead,
a yellow card is to Tampa's number 25, Delaney Starr. It's a 2-minute non-releasable penalty.
2-minute non-releasable penalty to Delaney Starr. And so a fresh shot clock for the Greyhounds. To the corner it comes. Michelin sends it up top. Fornick back to Michelin to the corner now. They go behind the net. Conrad with it back there. And a bouncing ball is loose and picked up by Lichtenberger. And here come the Spartans the other way. This is Avila. And Isabella Avila will hold on to it. And let's see if the Spartans opt to kill some clock. What with the non-releasable, 1:17 still in that penalty. In the far corner. And sent up top to Sizzlick. Changes hands, gets inside, a shot that goes out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans. And a nice job here, as there's now more time on the shot clock than there is on the penalty clock. And Risk sends it over. The goal line extended on the far side of the field. Spartans reset up top. Here's Sizzlick again. And that's Christina Sato risking behind the net now. And it's lost, and possession stays with the Spartans. 18 on the shot clock. Risk looking for an open teammate. And they need to start thinking about getting a shot away. Here's Sizzlick breaking in, and she goes down, and nothing called. The ball is turned over. Teams are at even strength. The Greyhounds, that's Fornick. And up top, Michelin to Fornick. And now Crouch relays it over to Bladen. And she goes to her left, and down to the far corner it goes. In behind the Spartans net. Pass in front, knocked down. A nice job by Isabella Avila defensively for the Spartans. And her team gets the ball back, and Lexi Waters will start it back the other way. Surveying her options. And a long pass ahead that does connect with Person. In the middle it goes. And stumbling was Markowski, and now Markowski picks it up. And Markowski caught a stick up high. And play stops as Sia Markowski drew the check to the head that results in a 2-minute call.
A 2-minute non-releasable penalty.
A non-releasable check to the head against Hollis Rang. Markowski is okay. She will put the ball in from the corner when play resumes. And now it does. And here's Person with it. So the door opens for the Spartans finally. And Risk gives it to Howell, fires a pass into Person. Howell through traffic, and Graham may have gotten a piece of that one as it goes out of play behind the Greyhounds net. There's a pass, Risk over for Person now. Person down the lane and goes down. And the official pulling out the flag as all three officials are going to come together to talk about this. This comes with 2:51 remaining in the third quarter. And let's see what they come up with as the officials end their conference with one another. And one of the officials heading over to the Spartans sideline to explain the call as they are giving possession to Indy, it appears. Ava Graham, I believe, has the ball in her stick right now. And there's a conversation going on over at the Spartans sideline with head coach Kelly Gallagher and one of the officials. And so now they're ready to start play. Graham walking it up. Graham is going to be pressured now. And to the near corner it comes. And needing help as Mariah Whitfield gets it. And down goes Michelin, and the Spartans pick it up. Now it's lost by McLaughlin, and let's see. It will stay with the Spartans. And Van Vladriken sends a pass behind the Greyhounds net. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Spartans leading 9-8. And Risk with it up top for Markowski. Quick ball movement here by the Spartans. Person calling for it. They don't see her. Risk tried to get it inside a Person. Instead, shaking off the check was Christina Sato. And now in behind the Greyhounds net it goes. 49 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time there on the far side. Now the pass is made to Howell to Person, who's cutting through, and she was checked hard. Down went Mary Kate Person, and the official immediately pulling out the flag. And Mary Kate Person gets up but is a little bent over, worse for the wear. And she's not afraid to go into those high traffic areas we've seen plenty of times so far in this game. And is going to shake off the hit enough to get herself ready for a free position attempt against Ava Graham. And keep in mind that Person is the only Spartan player not named Howell or Risk to have scored for the home team in this game. And hoping to get her second here. And instead a pass for Risk, who shoots. Spartans get the rebound and a reset of the shot clock. Person wants it up top and gets it. Sends a pass over from Markowski to the corner. Sato sends it behind the net. Risk leaves a pass. Howell fakes the shot, and Peyton Howell hit from behind. A non-releasable yellow card issued to Milena Michelin of the 2-minute variety.
A 2-minute non-releasable penalty.
And in the meantime, we will have a free position attempt here by Peyton Howell. And as I mentioned, Howell already has 4 goals in this game. And one-on-one against Ava Graham, takes a shot and it goes wide now to play. And there's a pass. Person gets inside. Mary Kate Person scores her second goal of the game, and with only 54 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Spartans' lead increases to 10-8. And well earned and unassisted goal. As Mary Kate Person picks up her third goal of the season. She had 1 in 4 games coming into today and now has 2 in what we might as well call 3 quarters of play. And now the draw at midfield. Ball is out. That was Sislick and Bladen. And here's Lexi Waters on the run for the Spartans. And they do call against the Greyhounds. Don't forget the non-releasable that was called against Milena Michelin of U Indy. There's still 90 seconds remaining on that. And it's Sophie Risk in possession for the Spartans. Risk in no hurry. And now the defender comes over and Risk gives it to McGarvey. McGarvey on the move. McGarvey will head behind the Greyhounds net, and the horn ends to expire the third quarter. So the Spartans win the quarter 4-1. They lead in the game 10-8, and we will be back with the fourth quarter after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back here and getting ready to start the fourth quarter of play. The Spartans in a 10-8 lead. Trying to extend their season opening winning streak to what would be 7 games. And they will remain home for what will be 3 more games after today. The next one coming on Sunday at 3 p.m. against number 23 Mercy. If you're watching from a U Indy perspective, thank you for spending your Thursday with us. Your team's next game will be the day after tomorrow up in St. Augustine at number 16 Flagler, a 7 p.m. start. But the task at hand right now, the fourth quarter, in a 2-goal game.
Lacrosse, and thank you for attending today's game.
The Spartans are leading in shots on goal 18-13. They're leading in draw controls 11-8. And for the home team, 3 players have combined for the 10 goals. Peyton Howell and Sophie Risk each with 4, and Mary Kate Person with 2. And very balanced scoring for the visitors. They have 2 different players with 2 goals each, and then 4 other players with single tallies. And keep in mind there's still 56 seconds remaining on the non-releasable call against the Greyhounds' Milena Michelin. And Captain Obvious is here to say that the Spartans would love to take advantage of that and at least extend the lead to 3 as the fourth quarter gets underway. Here's Risk. Risk, 2 defenders, gets it inside and unable to get the shot away, Peyton Howell. And it's turned over as Graham outlets it up ahead, and off to the races goes Crouch. Crouch across the Tampa line and then some, and is finally slowed down. The ball is out, and is Lexi Waters taking it away for the Spartans? She is. And great work as the Spartans, there's just 8 seconds remaining in the call against Michelin, but they'll go to work offensively regardless, crossing the U-Indy line. Penalty expires, here's a shot, scores! That's Maddie Sisluk, and exactly 1 minute into the fourth quarter, the Spartans extend their lead to 3. It's 11-8. That is her 4th goal of the season, and it's unassisted. And a great individual effort as she ended up bouncing it past Ava Graham. And you can slowly feel the momentum shifting the way of the Spartans. And a tough task now on the road for the Greyhounds, who need to answer back. And it starts with this draw. And that was Sisluk opposing Olivia Bladen. Ball is loose, and Lexi Waters picks it up for the Spartans. Off to the races she goes. Takes a bounce shot, scores! Lexi Waters fooled Ava Graham, who I don't think was expecting the shot, and not even the hardest shot either, but bouncing it past Graham. And now a 4-goal lead, 1 minute, 18 seconds into this fourth quarter, and the Greyhounds want to talk about it. They are calling a timeout, and we will step aside as well and be back with more lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv. what a response from the Tampa Spartans. They were down 7-6 at halftime, and wow, have outscored the number 7 U Indy Greyhounds 6-1 ever since. And the Spartans getting contributions outside of Peyton and Howell and Sophie Risk now. Maddie Sizzlick, Lexi Waters, and of course, Mary Kate Person with the 2 goals. And you have to wonder if that only makes the task even more difficult for the visitors now as we resume following the timeout that they took after the goal by Waters. And that was Person and Bladen. As you see the Greyhounds come away with it. And a check applied to Jenna Hervonen. As Indy puts it back into play. And up top is Simini. To the far side it goes. A 4-goal hole for the Greyhounds. Who had led by 2. Ball's on the ground. Spartans have scored 6 consecutive goals. It was 8-6 in favor of Indy. They had also led 7-5. And here come the Spartans looking for more. And a nice burst of speed there. And Mary Kate Person scores again, her 3rd goal of the game. What a tremendous effort. And it's 13-8. Mary Kate Person, in a positive way, looks like an athlete possessed. And it's just shown tremendous, tremendous determination. And no better example than that goal. And it bears repeating, as I had mentioned earlier, that Mary Kate Person came into this game with 1 goal in 4 games. And now here she is with 3. And we are just a couple minutes into the 4th quarter. She's going to stay out there and do the honors on this draw against Olivia Bladen. The Spartans now with 21 shots on goal. 13 goals on 21 shots. 8 saves for goaltender Ava Graham. And oh, by the way, Savvy Barbosa has now played more time in the Tampa net than Paige Borkowski, the starter, did. And Barbosa has an .800 save percentage thus far. She's only allowed 1 goal on 5 shots. Borkowski had stopped just 2 out of 9. And so that might have provided the shot in the arm that the Spartans needed to rally back and take control of this game as they lead it 13-8. Almost 14. A great look at the net for Isabel McGarvey, but Graham records another save as her teammates go back the other way. Crossing the Tampa line on the far side, pressure applied, and they get it off to Simini. And now over as Versace sends it to the corner. Changing hands is Conrad. Gets a pass over to the other side. And up top it comes for Savino. Quick ball movement here by the Greyhounds. And credit the Spartans for the adjustments that they made. You'll recall early in the broadcast when I talked about how active the Greyhounds were at both ends of the field. And Isabella Avila with a nice job. Take it away and send her team back the other way. Spartans clearly made adjustments that slowed down what the visitors were doing and have taken control, leading by 5 with just over 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Howell with it now. A long pass to the other side of the field. And that's Van Vladriken. Now for Sislik. Over for Howell. Howell, the defender, stays with her. Howell's going to try it again. And the official pulling the flag out on the far side of the field. And play stops with 9:53 remaining. And Peyton Howell, a free position attempt, an opportunity to get her 5th goal of the game and put her team up by 6, and does. 14-8. As Peyton Howell picks up goal number 29 on the season. The Spartans scored 4 times in the first, twice in the second, 4 times in the third, and they already have 4 in the first 5 minutes and 9 seconds of this fourth quarter, as it is unraveling quickly for the Greyhounds. And I do believe that's Olivia Bladen out there again. Draw controls are only 12-10 in favor of the Spartans. That was Bladen, and for the Spartans it was Maddie Sislik. And away she goes. Pass connects in the far corner. Behind the net it goes. Looking for an open teammate. That's Isabel McGarvey all this time. Markowski gives it to Sislik. And now in behind the Greyhounds net it goes. For Howell now. In front, shot, scores! Kaylee Van Vladriken, and the Spartans get another goal scorer to increase their lead to 15-8. And do I dare say the rout is on? And the Greyhounds just seem to have no answer suddenly for this Spartans offense that has found another gear. Peyton Howell picks up the assist. And another timeout called by Indy. So we will step aside as well and be back with more lacrosse right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Kaylee Van Vladriken has scored her first goal of the season and the Spartans have opened up a huge 7-goal lead on the University of Indy Greyhounds. Six points for Peyton Howell, 5 goals and 1 assist. 5 points, 4 goals and 1 assist for Sophie Risk. And how about Mary Kate Person with a 3-goal outing, as the Spartans are in the driver's seat in a game that they trailed 7-6 at halftime. 9-1, they have outscored the visitors here in the second half. And head coach Peyton Romig with the second Greyhounds timeout of the second half. And in case you're wondering, was the timeout going to see a change in goal for the Greyhounds? The answer is no, as Ava Graham heading back to the net. The visitors do only have one other goaltender on their roster, Lillian Iman, and we are not going to see her at least at the present time. And so now we get the draw at midfield. Ball is out, and nice job pulling it down, Isabella Avila. She's had herself a nice little game here this afternoon. And the Spartans go back to work offensively once again. Less than 9 minutes remain. Behind the net is Van Vladriken, still with it now. And up top, she sent it to Sislik. And to the far side, that was Lichtenberger. Pushed it down into the corner. And Howell calling for it up top. And now it's flipped to Peyton Howell over to Risk. Risk, a little flip pass. Some room to work for McGarvey. No shot taken. 34 on the shot clock. And nicely pulled down by Van Vladriken. And she'll give it up for Christina Sato. Nice little move by McGarvey, and unable to get a shot away. 10 on the shot clock. Howell, let's see if she sees that. 5 seconds, and they will let the shot clock expire. And so Indy takes over with 7:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Graham looking for an open teammate. And finally now to the far side. And away come the Greyhounds across midfield. And now across the Tampa line. Defense closes things up. Indy slows it down. There's a missed pass. And Bladen picks that up. That's De Silva. And now here's Simini. The ball's on the ground, however, a bunch of them battle for it. And let's see who gets possession. And it looked like Lexi Waters had it. And the official does signal possession for the Spartans. And away goes Avila. Pass over to the far side, pulled down nicely by Van Vladriken. Behind the net, Risk. Risk, a nifty little move to get out in front. Looking for an open teammate. And a whistle stopping play. 6:15 remaining in what we can probably call the game now. And Sia Markowski On the restart, over for Howell. To the corner it goes. McGarvey for Van Vladriken. To the far side of the field, and now up top for Person. Over for Howell. Risk. No room to work. Pass inside, scores! Sia Markowski, and the scoring parade continues as the Spartans have doubled up the Greyhounds. It's now 16-8 with 5:53 left in the game. And for Markowski, that is her second goal of the season. Sophie Risk picks up the assist. And so now she has a 6-point game, just like Peyton Howell. Howell has 5 goals, 1 assist. Risk has 4 goals, 2 assists. And Mary-Kate Person will go out to midfield to oppose Olivia Bladen on this draw, as the Spartans well on their way to a 7-0 start. The defending national champions who came into this game ranked number 1 in the nation, and Indy, who came in at 4-2 and were ranked number 7. And it looked every bit of it in the first half, and the bottom just fell out for the visitors ever since the teams came back from halftime. Greyhounds working in the Tampa end of the field. 5.5 minutes left in the game. Fornek with it. Pass connects. And shot scores. Sage De Silva beats Savvy Barbosa to the far side. And the Greyhounds finally get back on the board. And for De Silva, that is her second goal of the game. And that is goal number 13 on the season for her. The Spartans had scored 10 straight goals. So Sage De Silva finally puts an end to that. And her team trailing by 7 with 5:18 left in the game as the ball is loose and Person chases it down. Person being chased by Fornek, and the official calls that, asking Person to restart from the restraining line. And Risk will do so. Meanwhile, we're getting a
card issued to the Greyhounds number 9, Ella Fornek. 1 minute for illegal use of stick.
A 1-minute illegal use of stick green card against Ella Fornek of Indy. And Risk split the defenders and right in front of the official, who immediately pulls out a green card and sends Kendall Conrad off. Only 3 seconds had elapsed.
A green card issued to the Greyhounds number 77, Kendall Conrad. 1 minute for offside.
1 minute for offsides. And so Risk will restart again with 5:05 left in the game. And now play resumes. And to the corner it goes for McGarvey. Van Vladriken to the other side it goes. And now here's Person to Howell. And McGarvey once again. Isabel McGarvey along the back line. To the other side it goes. And here's Person up top for Markowski. Howell. 23 and 26 seconds remain on those calls against the Greyhounds. Ball is dropped and now picked back up. To Person it comes. Over for Howell. Fires it for Risk. To Howell. And unable to get a shot away was Christina Sato. And one of the calls has expired. There's still 2 seconds remaining on the one against Kendall Conrad. 4:07 in the game. And here comes a free position attempt for Christina Sato. Sato ready, the official ready. There's the whistle. Sato with a shot, and Graham stops that one, and it just stopped in the goal crease. And so the Greyhounds will take over. Bladen pass up ahead for De Silva. De Silva being chased by Risk. Gotta love seeing that kind of hustle this late in a game that you're leading by 7, as Conrad sends it over and gets it right back. Conrad steps out front, scores! And so the Greyhounds will hit double digits.
Indianapolis goal scored by number 77, Kendall Conrad. Her goal was unassisted.
Kendall Conrad picking up her team's 10th goal. And her 7th, lucky 7, here in 2025. This will be Olivia Bladen once again for you, Indy, on the draw. .332 left in the game. Spartans leading by 6. Ball is out and picked up by Lexi Waters. That was Sizzlick, by the way, taking the draw for the home team. Risk weaves her way through the defense, sends a pass down low, and in behind the Greyhounds net it goes. McGarvey. That was Lichtenberger. Howell over for Sato. Spartans work the perimeter here as it's back to McGarvey again. Behind the net, Van Vladriken for Risk. And really making the Greyhounds chase here as it's in behind the Greyhounds net. That's Van Vladriken. Howell, 30 seconds on the shot clock. And the official's going to stop play as it looked like Lichtenberger caught an errant stick. And in fact, Sage De Silva is heading off. A non-releasable yellow card.
To the Greyhounds number 12, Sage De Silva, a 2-minute non-releasable penalty.
2-minute, I believe, check to the head. And this should all but do it for the Greyhounds. Who had gotten the last 2 goals. They trailed 16-8. Cut it to 16-10, but now shoot themselves in the foot. As Grace Lichtenberger has it and waits the official's whistle to restart. There it is. Sislik passes it over for Sato. And here's Risk, and a whistle there that will stop play with 2:13 to go. And an opportunity here for Sophie Risk, who has 4 goals, not to mention 2 assists. Risk one-on-one against Ava Graham. Risk, and Graham got a piece of it, and the Greyhounds start back the other way. Fornek, 2 minutes to go now. Ella Fornek, the pass, and now Conrad back up top. To the other side of the field, they go with it. And up top, this is Bladen. Bladen being watched by Waters. Looking for an open teammate, finally finds one down in the far corner. And that's Savino leaving it for Fornek. Fornek trying to go one-on-one against Gilmore, who shuts that down. Bladen. And the Spartans able to cause the turnover. And yet again today, Katie Deshan doing the honors. She crosses midfield. Deshan on the run. Has it knocked free from her stick. And the official there on the far side awards possession to Indy. We are less than a minute now as the Greyhounds come back looking for one more. And this is Conrad. The pass connects with Bladen. Bladen gets a shot away and scores. Olivia Bladen with her 3rd goal of the game. And it will sound a little bit closer than it actually was, as the score now goes to 16-11. An unassisted goal, but too little too late, as there's only 37 seconds remaining in the game. And keep in mind that Indy still has Sage De Silva over in the penalty area, that 2-minute non-releasable. And now we'll have the draw at midfield. So the point being that they were a player short when they scored that goal. Ball is out following the draw, and Sislik has it for the Spartans. Away she goes. 28 seconds left in the game. Sislik to the middle of the field. Sends it over for Risk. For McGarvey behind the net. To the far side of the field it goes. Up top now for Lichtenberger. Sislik over for Howell. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the horn goes, the game is over. The #1 ranked Tampa Spartans extend their season opening winning streak to 7 with a 16-11 victory over the #7 ranked Indy Greyhounds, who fall to 4-3. A big second half response by the Spartans. They trailed 7-6 at halftime and outscored the visitors 10-4 in the second half. And let's be honest, most of those 3rd quarter goals for Indianapolis were in what they usually refer to as garbage time. A big afternoon for Peyton Howell and Sophie Risk of the Spartans. They each finish with 6 points, 5 goals, 1 assist for Howell, 4 goals, 2 assists for Risk. Ava Graham between the pipes for Indianapolis finishes with 10 saves. She allowed 16 goals. And the Spartans started Paige Borkowski today. She gave up 7 goals on 9 shots and was replaced by Savvy Barbosa, who ends up playing 37 minutes and 3 seconds. She gives up 4 goals, makes 4 saves. And the Spartans win the shots on goal battle 26-17. They win the draw controls 17-11 and continue to put up the W's as they will remain home and take on number 23 Mercy here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, 3 p.m. on Sunday. That's March 16. We will have that for you right here on TampaSpartans.tv. My thanks, as always, to Andre Pyatt. I'm Bruce Wozniak, thanking you for watching. The Spartans win it by a final score